Hey, yo, deal, my people. You know, this is Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you another one. And this one is the Game of Thrones T&B Live Awards Show. And as always, I am joined by my lovely co-host, BarTube.
Hey, Tony. Hey, everyone watching. Thank you for joining us. These are so much fun to have to discuss these things every single week, and Tony's just the one to discuss it with. So today we're going to talk a little bit about awards, and then we're going to try to see the synopsis and see what we think about it. Make sure to write your awards in the chat. And Tony?
Yeah, so if you're not familiar with this show, we've been doing it for a little while now, but it's an award show. We give out awards for best actor, favorite scene, worst scene, best score, favorite court, and we want y'all in the chat. And I know, thank you for joining. This is just, it's my fault that it just got sprung up like this. I've been having some car issues. Bar has dealt with me, so thank you, Bar, for being patient with me. But it's my fault this is late and just throwing up here like this. Please don't blame her, blame me. But thank you, Elisa Keeson, Thunderclap, James Bruchel, Thrones Volume for joining us here, Derek Persons for joining us here live. And without further ado, we will get to our first award. First, Bart, let me just ask you, did you like this episode? What's your rating for this episode?
I gave it an 8 out of 10. I liked it. I liked every single one of the episodes this season except for the first one. How about you?
Yes, I gave it 7.5, so we're very close right on it. I think that they've been doing a good job this season. I can't complain. I'm glad I can't complain. I hate complaining. I am happy not to complain. What up, Jerry Steamboat? And what up, Carla Johnson? So the first award is favorite actor of this episode. So chat room, please put forth who was your favorite actor. Bar, favorite actor of this episode. Blood of my blood.
This was hard because I had trouble choosing between the Mad King and Mira, and I'm going to choose Mira, Ellie Kendrick, the actress. She did a fantastic job, and I'm hoping for more of the Mad King further on. How about you?
That Mad King guy looked just like Viserys. It looked perfect. Was that, did they recently shoot that, or was that from the previous footage that they shot a long time ago? Because I know I heard that they shot the throne room scene a long time ago for like a pilot episode or something like that. So
I think that what you're talking about is a scene where the Mad King is burning Lord Stark, and
yes.
Brandon is kind of killing himself. But
Yes,
I think this is a new one.
Oh, okay. Yes. So I could figure they could have just he said burn them all. I'm sure he said it there too. Maybe they just took that part, and put it there. But it looked like and Jaime did look a little old. So I don't know. I know it's supposed to be, a lot of people think that's Jaime from back in the day, but quite possibly could be a future type situation of him standing over someone because he looked a little old. But my favorite actor, I'm going to go with Jaime Lannister. I thought it's not going to get I don't know how many he's going to get, Nikolai, this year for me or whatever. This is my first one, but I really thought he did a fine job. I believed everything that he said, even though it wasn't him most likely that went up on them steps on that horse. It was just a boss. What a boss fucking move to go up them steps like that. Just look, and I'm giving him the credit for that shit. Definitely without a doubt, Randall Tarley gets the nod, the co-nod. The actor who played him did it. Just that little bit he came brought so much gravitas. I don't think I've ever used that word in my life to the scene that it was just. You can just see when a good actor hits the scene how much he elevates the whole scene with him just being in it. So it really could go to either one, but I'm going to go with Jaime Lannister because I don't think he may not get another one this year. So that's my favorite actor.
Yeah, he did a really good job. The one that played Tali. What's his name?
I don't know the actor's name. Randall Tarley. I don't know the actor's name who played him. Live chat probably knows it, I'm sure, what his real name was. But great job. You could just see everything he said. He just he looked like someone, like I said, from that show Rome. He looked like he should have been in that show Rome. He looked perfect. He was just a great actor. Really good.
Yeah, plus everything that he said, to Sam was pretty faithful to the books. This is exactly how he would behave.
It would be, no doubt. James Faulkner. Thank you, Jerry Targaryen Steamboat. James Faulkner is the actor. James, between James and L.T. Giles, boom, encyclopedias. They got it. they got it, boy, without a doubt. So our next award is favorite scene. All right. So chat room 2, what was your favorite scene? Scene of this episode. Bar, what was your favorite scene?
I'm gonna say all of Bran's visions, and I mean, my reaction to the episode was pretty lukewarm, but then when I took the screenshots, like that's when it hit me how much we got in this episode. How about you?
Yeah, but as a book reader, there's no way I can't say Bran's visions isn't my favorite shot of the thing. I mean, Jesus, this is what the books are, you know what I mean? So that's my favorite scene without a doubt. But if I had to, because I don't want to repeat you, or just give a close second, I would say that the cold hand fights was great. I liked seeing the use of the fiery flail and the hook with the chain on it and just ripping those things apart. I thought that was just great too. So that would be close. But I just, as a book reader, I have to go with the Bran's visions. And it seems like everyone in the chat agrees that Bran's visions is their favorite scene. Oh no, we got Renee M says when Jaime rode up the steps, she loved that. That is a great step. Yes, Benjamin did have some Ninja Gaiden technique. It was definitely some Ninja Gaiden, some Shinobi back in the day. If you know what Shinobi is, yeah, that's an old game, baby. You know it's Shinobi. But that is it. So that helps us move to the next question and next award, and this is the worst award, the worst scene award. It's just a hard award for me to give out for the last couple of weeks. It was easy when the season started, but the last couple of weeks has been hard for me. Chat room, what was your worst scene? Spar, your worst scene, darling.
I thought this was quite easy. The Jaime and Cersei scene. I just wasn't feeling it. It was just so weird. Like, not only, let's just separate the fact that this is not how their dynamic is at this point in the books, but it was just weird. You know, sometimes they make incest seem like okay, but this was just weird.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree with you. It's just, as you said, we talked about this before. It seems like Jaime's his arc is disappearing, or maybe I don't know where they're gonna go with it. They're gonna just make them together, and then somehow he's gonna get word of something when he's in the Riverlands. You think that's how they're gonna do it?
Maybe seeing Brienne and having Brienne kind of judge his arrogance will remind him of the journey that he's been through and how much he changed him. I'm hoping that's going to happen, but I don't know. He needs a redemption arc, like, fast.
Mm-hmm. No doubt about it. I'm gonna go with my worst scene is gonna be the Dany scene. It looked good, but it didn't. It wasn't great to me. It just. I don't know if it's Dario. I don't like the guy. It just did. Let me go see where she is. Who are you? Yeah, and then she just shows up. I mean, I didn't catch it the first time, the wind. I did go back and see that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I wanted more. Maybe I wanted to see him maybe a little more bonding with the dragon and how she pulled that off. I know in the books it's going to be a different situation that you're going to really see a bonding experience between them. Just to have her, I know that they don't, they're speeding things up in the show, and they just have. I like the speech itself, but just that scene itself, it didn't ring true for me.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's the CGI. Maybe, I don't know. There is something. I'm having trouble finding the English words. Okay, let's move on. I will get back to that.
Okay. Yeah, and the chat is saying that a lot of people do agree Dany was the worst scene. Some people say the waste face after getting permission to kill Arya. They didn't like that. But James Rochelle says Dany's scene was cheesier than fondue. All right.
Okay, I found the words. I think that it was just too easy. I think that she just went off with her horse, and you didn't see her call for Drogon. You didn't see Drogon coming before. She didn't know where he was. And riding him without a saddle, I was just thinking, that has got to hurt.
Oh, Jesus, I
If
would
you
think
were a
so.
virgin before you rode Drogon, that's gonna end. Like, it made it look too easy.
Yeah, it was just here she is on the dragon. Here we go, just like a Funko Pop doll, and that's it. It's just that. Do I understand what they're trying to do? But they could have made that a little bit better, I thought. So that is our worst scene. Now we go to best gore. Not a lot of best gore
Oh,
here,
but a good one. It was
but a good one.
such a good gore that I literally took my hand and hid it just until the scene was over. That was Jackie with the face. It was disgusting.
That was the best, the finest filleting that we have seen from the Boltons, from anywhere. The best filleting we have seen from anybody in this show, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, I have to agree. There wasn't really anything else we can go with. Can you the cold hands thing? It's not really gory. It was a good fight scene, but nothing gory about it. So it has to be that. There's no other thing to go with there and everything else. We have a worse scene. People saying that far worse scene was Edmure. The fact that he had long hair, but he was not allowed to. But he was allowed to shave. They don't understand why he was allowed to shave, but they wasn't allowed to get a haircut. There. And everything else. So that leads us to favorite quote. Favorite quote of the episode. We had a lot of quotes in this episode, a lot of memorable ones, I think.
Yeah.
Chat
but
room,
for me,
it's
like burn them all.
The Mad King quote.
Yeah.
Good quote. This is something we just didn't really expect to see. I did not expect to see that at all. Or them. I mean, even from when you seen in the trailer and you see the shadow and it was suspect, it looked like a crown. It could have been Jaime that was stabbing the Mad King, but I didn't think it was going to go down like this. I really didn't expect
I called that one in the trailer, and then last week in my prediction video, I'm like, I think it's going to happen in this episode because the actor that played Ned said he was going to have like a brief appearance, and there is a brief appearance in this where he enters the throne room. If I'm not mistaken, it happens in this episode. I think we're going to see like the whole scene, maybe in episode 10. But I had a feeling it was going to go down in this episode. And like that was a prediction video that I'm like, I don't know about my predictions. I don't know if I want to publish it and all that, but I got some things right, at least.
That's right. You should. I'm going to publish everything, right and wrong predictions at the end of the season. I'm going to do one big video leading up, putting everything down there. And if I was right, I'm going to put the scene that I was right. If I'm wrong, I'll just put and that would be it. But I'll have that done when the season's over, so y'all can look forward to that. My favorite quote comes from Samwell Tarly's sister, and she says, "I think our father can learn a lot from yours." Well, I don't think so, little girl. I don't think so. But I thought that was funny. Really, everything out of that Randall Tarly's mouth was hilarious to me. I thought, "Are you fat? Ain't you fat enough already?" Everything I thought that man said was everything could be quoted. But I thought that when she said that that was great, without a doubt.
I really wanted Sam to grab that roll and eat it in front of his face. Like, do it, Sam. Enjoy that roll. Enjoy every bite.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? He's taking it, just rub it all over his face, rub it under his stomach.
Defiance. A lot of people like said that they had trouble with Sam stealing that sword, but first of all, Sam needs that sword for research, for learning about Valyrian steel, and for fighting the White Walkers. And second, people who think that he could have stood up to his father, there is no chance in hell at this point. Like, no, his father would just kill him instantly and that would be over.
There's a certain thing, when you grow up and whether it's your older brother or your father. And if these people intimidate you when you're or even adults, I see people that intimidated people in kindergarten that still intimidate people to this day because they bullied them in kindergarten. And some people still get flashbacks, So when he sees his father, he knows his father's rep and everything else. There's no way he thinks he could beat his dad. His dad just unman him. It's just by looking at him, you know what I mean? So it's just that's the way it is, and until he gets the balls one day, when you stand up to that bully and just take it. I mean, I remember I was bullied one time in third grade. This dude Anthony Rossi, and he elbowed me and right in the stomach, and I just reached up and grabbed him. I started choking him, and I was like, "I hate you! I hate you! I hate you!" And I was so afraid of him that I realized what I was doing. And I let go of him, and I said, "I'm sorry, Anthony. I'm sorry." And then my friend Joe Charles said, "Hey, man, you just kicked his ass." And I was like, "Wait a second, yeah, I did kick his ass." But that's the way it was, you know what I mean? And that situations like that happen and stuff in life, and they just stay with you forever, And I think that's the way it is with Sam right now. His dad has just got that grip on him, and there's no way for him to break it until he really does break it for real. His dad's got to see him for what he is in order to break it. I think that's the only way it can go down. And that's it.
Yeah, maybe they will have a confrontation, but not at this point. Not at all.
Mm-hmm. So our next award is Best Cinematic Scene. I think we have agreed with a lot, and I think we're going to agree with this one too.
Yeah? Well, mine was On Hill. That scene of getting in there.
Yes, without a doubt. So is mine. What the most beautiful castle I ever seen in my life in this show ever.
I want to build a tiny castle like that. I want somebody like McFarlane Toys to do like a Horn Hill and High Garden and every single one of them.
Oh, that would be phenomenal. I want to see a castle so fucking bad. I really just want to see a real life castle like that really people really lived in, that really got put under siege or anything. I just want to see it so
You've never seen a castle?
There's none in the United States. I mean, there's ones that people built for restaurants and things like that, you know what I mean? But there's no castles here at all, no.
Okay. You need to visit Europe, maybe.
I do. I want to go to Ireland because I know they said they're all over the place, like windmills just popping up on the countryside. It's unbelievable to me that I can't even imagine that. I couldn't even imagine. I would just be running up on people's castles. People like I just think like I'm sieging it, like just like a madman. People could be going crazy. I'll get shot out there, probably. Stuffed on somebody's wall. Yes, but that was my favorite scene. I have no doubt about it. What
are people saying in the chat?
The chat is everyone is saying Horn Hill Castle. It said the castle. It said James Roussel said the castle he saw was at Disney World. I seen that castle too, James. But I want something that someone put some grappling hooks on. I don't think Goofy was trying to seize that motherfucker. I don't know about that with that. But everyone's saying the same thing, Horn Hill. I don't think anyone's got any difference there. Never happened in the books.
This was hard to choose. Maybe Jaime's whole arc at this point. We keep talking about that, but I'm still gonna keep talking about it until it becomes right. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that. Also, I'm gonna say Benjen being cold hands. Now, I know that people have said that, it's possible that George R. R. Martin was trolling his editor when he wrote this. Listen, you don't troll the people who work for you. You don't do that. This person's working for him. You think he's gonna lie to her? He's not lying to her. That's his she works for him.
Yeah, he wrote that for his editor, not for the public.
Yeah, people are like, George R. R. Martin's lying to her, so she stopped asking him questions. Are you crazy? Well, come on. She works for him. He needs her. That's his partner. He's not lying to her. He's lying to us. Anyone else, he ain't gonna lie to her. That's like lying to his wife.
I haven't seen him lie to us either. And I've said that today in the Lady Stoneheart video. I have yet to see him say like a no and have it be a yes. If he doesn't want to answer, he just says, keep reading or something.
Yeah, so I think that there's no way that Benjen Stark is cold hand. I'm gonna say that Benjen Stark is the Night's King. I'm sticking with it that that's who it is in the books, and I know that they could have did it in the show this way. They had the actor; they really could have did it. But I think that they wanted this guy playing the Night's King because he's a swordsman. I think we're gonna see some special sword fighting skills with the Night's King. That's why they recasted him, and that's why they're using Benjen as cold hands instead. But I'm telling you. Quote the Don, we pull the strings. Benjen Stark is Night's King in the books. That's what I'm going with. Sticking by it. And
All
that's it.
right.
So I don't think we have a lot. Let me real quick. Let me say we have a few people here, but 81 people live watching now. So if you can, as a Tony Teflon new tradition I don't like to do, can everyone in the chat at this particular time put where you are from or where you are at or the state or the city you are at right now so we can see that we got people from all over the world watching together. I just want everyone to realize how connected we really are throughout the world. So I like it when people do that. So if you can, please in the chat, put your state, your city, or whatever you repping, rep your hood in there for us while we do this. Our next award will be the best duo.
This was a bit hard to choose because there weren't any like two specific funny duos, but I'm gonna choose Sam and Gilly because I really liked how they treated each other. I like that she stood up to him. She was really funny watching her try to become this highborn girl. It was so unfitting. She was walking like a penguin. I just loved everything about that scene and I love their dynamic. What did you choose?
I said the same exact thing, Sam and Gilly. And if you support your man, ladies, there's nothing your man can't do. And I love the way she had his back, and that's what you got to do in this. And that's something going on with that baby. I told you I got a video on it, people. The White Walkers monster. I'm telling you, that's a Zora High for the White Walkers. They're coming for that baby. That's why Sam's got that sword. I'm telling you, they're coming for that baby. I wish you were looking at the chat right now, Bar. I'm gonna go back and start reading off real quick, because I know you're not looking at it.
Yeah, sorry people, I just can't multitask. So today I'm gonna try to stay away from the chat.
I'm gonna go through some of these the places these people at, just so you know. We got DC, Greece, Argerino, Norman, Oklahoma, West Sussex, United Kingdom, Kansas City, Kansas, Houston, Texas, Knox, Vegas, Tennessee, Vegas, NYC, New Hartford, Connecticut, Portland, Oregon, Renee Moore, Baltimore, Columbus, Brooklyn, New York, Yokohama, Japan, Springfield, Missouri, Texas, Sutherland, England, UK, Australia, England, Irish, but he's living in Zurich, Switzerland, GM from LA, Nova Scotia, Canada, sorry, the Netherlands, I can't pronounce these. I'm so bad. You should be reading this. Rocan, Virginia, Vegas, Kingston, Jamaica, London, Ontario, Canada, Pennsylvania, South Africa, Bulgaria, everywhere in the world. We have
It's
people.
amazing.
It really is. It really is. And I would never have the opportunity in my life to even talk to someone from a different country or even get a chance to even without this book. So thank you, George R. R. Martin. And thank you for HBO for bringing this, for doing this, for putting this out there. And thank you for all y'all for watching, me and Bar and everyone else, and caring what we have to say. And we are up to probably our last award here, and that is the spoilers.
Okay, what's been spoiled by the show? Not too much. I think that it reveals that Benjen's storyline isn't over yet. It reveals how Cold Hands was made, arguably not for sure, but maybe that's how he was made in the books. King's Landing is going to have a major wildfire explosion, and Danny gets the Khalasa.
Yeah, I agree with all those, and I gotta say that probably that I'm gonna say I know people are betting against this and everything else, but I'm telling you, the High Sparrow controlling Marjorie, it's a done deal to me. I think I know chat room, I know people. Oh, she's playing the game. She's not playing shit. I think she's really turned. And I know people don't want to believe it. I think you're giving her too much credit. She turned Tommen. She didn't have to do that if she wasn't really turned. Why would she turn Tommen? But she did turn Tommen. And you know, if
I'll tell
anyone
you.
was if anyone was
Sorry, go
not
ahead.
turned, I'm sorry, if anyone was not, I could see it being Tommen and Cersei having a plan on their own. But I can't see Marjorie having this plan. I think that Marjorie is really turned. Go ahead, Bob.
Okay, so when she talked to her brother, Loras, I think, I always confuse those two. He told her, just let them win. Just let them win. Whatever they want you to do, just do it. So I think she's wise enough to understand that that's what they want her to do, to show her faith and convert Tommen. And Tommen is very pliable. And I think that a lot of the turning has been done by the High Sparrow, not specifically by Marjorie. And I do think that until her trial, at least, she is doing this. It happens a lot that, criminals do some crimes and then they're like, now I'm religious, so you have to forgive me. So I'm not really buying this whole Marjorie being turned into the faith. I
I
think
don't
that
know.
Tommen is, but not her.
I don't know nobody's body. Everyone thinks she's so sneaky. I just don't think she has that much guile. I think that she's really, I think in all honesty, I don't see if she's faking this, where she goes from that. You know what I mean? I don't know. She had an opportunity. She was faking right then to go with her father and bounce. She didn't have to fake no more. She could have just bounced, grabbed Tommen up right then and bounced down the
No,
steps. And
because the brother is still inside.
yes, you're right. Her brother is still inside there. She still has to worry about
And
what's
she
going to
is
happen.
Elena's granddaughter. She's no fool.
I hear what you're saying, but she is Orlena's granddaughter, but she's not Orlena, you know. And if it was Orlena, I would say it, but that she's not her. She's a granddaughter,
She's
but
more
she is.
diplomatic than her, but I think she has her wit.
I just don't know where she goes then. You know, I think her wanting to be a real faith person fits a good story. I think it's a good arc for her to go. You got to have someone in order for the High Sparrow to be effective in any way. He's got to get them on his side, and they really have to be true believers. And I think this is a good way to do it. I don't know if she's that crafty. I could see it more being Tommen and Cersei having a plot on the side, and that they're the ones saying, you know what, that she don't know the deal, and that they're gonna flip the script on her. You know what I mean? I could see that more than her herself. But I did not get Khan Silver Amp, but we shall see. Listen, I always stand by what I said. If I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to say I'm wrong. You know what I mean? But if I'm right, I'm coming for you. I'm coming. I'm gonna take all these questions that you said, and I'm gonna put them all in the video. I'm gonna put them right up there. I'm gonna make them come right at you, so you see it. Don, you're wrong. Don, you're wrong. And I'm just gonna be in the background laughing. But that's the way it is. That's what's great about this show, because someone's gonna be right, someone's gonna be wrong. Who knows? But it's like I said, I think a lot of people give her a little bit too much credit. I can't give her this much credit, but I do understand 100% why she does do the little smirk. I see it. I see everything everyone's saying. I do, but something's telling me she's really turned. I don't know. I just think she is.
But otherwise, like, why would they have the conversation, Marjorie and Loras, about let them win, let them have what they want? Where does that fit?
It's hard for me to say where it fits. It's where it all goes. I can't call it. If Cersei has a plan right now with Tommen, and they're gonna spring the trap on the High Sparrow. All right. So let's take it. Let's go from this angle real quick. We did hear that Marjorie spilled the beans in an interview, Natalie Dorman, and said that she shot like in Spain or something like that, right?
Okay.
Earlier this year. So that means that it's either going to be High Garden or it's going to be Dawn that she's going to be at. All right. I think it's quite possible. And this is going to sound crazy. All right. It's gonna sound nuts. I know. Don't. She could get killed. It's gonna sound nuts, all right? And yes, I do hang out with James Johnson, so don't. I can say anything. That's the way we get down to Small Castle, all right? She could get. What if she gets kidnapped by the Sand Snakes, Marjorie, and taken back to Dawn? What if that happens? I know that is outrageous. It really is. I'm the first one to say it. But why? But that scene, she's going home or she's going to Dawn at some point this season. You know what I mean? And so I think it's Dawn, and I can't see no other reason for her to go there. The Sand Snakes are sneaky. I'm telling you, I know you hate them, Bar, and I hate them too at this particular time, but I think they're gonna have a better part to play. It could be some situation where they're in the capital and they become the assassins and they just grab this chick up and kidnap her.
I can actually see that happening, especially
Really?
after reading the last Ariana chapter. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't read it, but yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's quite possible. I'm telling you. I think that's why I said earlier that why do I think doing the reason Renee you're asking that? It's just that she said in that interview when she's on Jimmy Kimmel. I did a thing on it. If you can watch my video, the Jimmy Kimmel thing, that she says that she shot in Spain, in where they shot the Dawn location at is where she said. So it's either going to be High Garden or it's going to be Dawn. So the only way I could see it, I think it's going to be Dawn. I think they're going to kidnap her ass. I think she's devout. I think she's going to get kidnapped by the Sand Snakes. They're going to hold her hostage in Dawn. That's the way it's going to go down. If it goes that way, remember I said it. But if it doesn't, just forget I said it.
Okay, so do you want to go over the synopsis real quick?
Yes, that would be great.
Okay, so let's start with High Sparrow eyes another target. Who do you think?
Well, it's the Broken Man, right?
Yes, the episode is called The Broken Man.
All right, so I know we're definitely getting a hand on this episode. I mean, are we setting up that? Are we really, really, truly setting up the Clegane Bowl for the show right now? If that's it, but his target, let's say he eyes another target.
Yes.
So he's trying to take somebody down.
I think he's trying to convert someone.
Oh, so it's either, so he's trying to either flip someone or take someone down. So it's an adversary probably at this particular time that he's eyeing, right? Who could that be? Who could that be?
Tyrell, I don't know, someone of power.
What if it's Sam's father, the Tarly? What if somehow he gets down there and he tries it? Because we know that. Well, at least in the books we know. I suspect, and I think a lot of people who read the book think that, that this guy Tarly is going to flip on, and it's a good possibility that he's flipping on going to Blackfire.
I think we discussed it when we did the Dance with Dragons epilogue. I think the last chapter. Mm-hmm. I think we've discussed it, and I have to agree with you.
So if that's going to happen, it could be him. Maybe it's someone. Maybe it's Keevan that he tries to get on his side. So maybe it's him that he tries to pull over. You see him standing by Tommen. Eric Flores, you said that too. Yep, good call, Eric Flores. It could be him. And people have said, did you see Dark Sister sword in the last episode?
Yes. It was just a sword. It could be Dark Sister, but we didn't get any mentions of it.
We got no mentions of it. I think Smokescreen did a video on that recently and pointed it out. I missed it, and I watched this video and seen it. I hope it is. It has to be. There's no other reason for it to be anything else. That's Dark Sister to me in my book, anyway. But yeah, that for the first synopsis thing, that's what I have to say. I'm going to go with Keevan Lannister. He's trying to switch Keevan. It makes more sense than Randall Tarly. I would like it to be Randall Tarly, but it's a little far away right now. You think Randall Tarly's going to really hunt down? I mean, he's a hunter. You think he's going to send his son to hunt down his brother?
It's a good question. I don't know. I can't answer that. What do you think?
I I don't.
I don't know, because now I'm gonna say that he's going to go, like you said, he's probably going to go away from Horn Hill, so he'll want Deacon to stay and guard the castle at least.
You think that it's gonna be him going after Sam himself? I'm gonna hunt him
I
down.
don't know if he's going to go to Old Town, but I think that we're going to see more of him outside of Horn Hill. Maybe they'll get him up to King's Landing. I don't know what they're going to do with him, but we have to see more of him.
Yeah, no doubt.
And it's not going
I
to be
hope
in
so.
Horn Hill, because nobody cares about Horn Hill. Nothing happens there.
People have real quick. Do I like the books better than the show? Of course I do. That's not where I question. I don't know anyone who's read the books that will ever say that the show is better. If you have, I don't
There
know
is
what you.
only one book out of over 450 that I've read that I can say that it's an adaptation and the show is better than the books. There is only one of those, and the rest, the book is better. So
Yeah,
even if you see other shows and you like it, read the books. It's great.
Yeah, I think the closest thing I think was that was came close to a book show that was on was probably The Outsiders. I think got really close in the movie to the book. They did a really good job there. And I think that has to do a lot with the cast. They had such an all-star cast, in a young cast, that they discovered they got hit on stars in that movie with everybody. And I think that's what really pushed it over the top more than anything else. Yeah. So what's the next? What's the next thing for the next synopsis?
Jaime confronts the hero.
Well, this is pretty easy. This is pretty easy. Oh, people are saying they want to know what that book was, Bar. They want to know what that show is.
Oh, The Leftovers by Tom Perrotta. The show is better.
Nice. Yeah. So we're definitely gonna see the Blackfish and Jaime Lannister get into it here, without a doubt. That's what's gonna go down. Interesting thing is more of the Brienne situation and the pod yoke up. Is this the scene? Are we gonna see the from behind choker pod this episode? You think?
I don't know if it's this episode. We will have to see, but we have to see Braun, I think, in this episode.
Yeah. Bron. You think Bron's the one that's choking pod, right? Is he the one that's doing that?
Yeah, but maybe we'll see him before he chokes Pod. I don't know if they'll get there in the same episode. Like Brienne and Pod in the same time as Jaime and Braun.
Yeah, I wonder what happens. So, what do you think about Stoneheart?
Yeah, I made a video about that, and
watch that video then, and you will have her. You want to hear Bar's opinion on Lady? If you want to hear Bar's opinion on Lady Stoneheart, please watch her video on it. I will give you my opinion on it real quick. If it's her, it's got to be a different person playing her, but I don't think so.
Okay.
I always said I'm going to say that I still think that Sansa gets the parts.
The only one that I'm willing to go with taking that role is perhaps Sandor. Somebody wrote that in the comments that maybe it's the Hound. Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe. I don't know. It's a crazy idea, but that's the only one that feels right for me.
It's got to be someone that was loyal to Ned Stark before he got killed, and wants to take revenge on the Freys because of all the stuff.
Someone that really hates the Lannisters.
Yeah.
And the Freys.
Yeah.
Or just the Lannisters. It's possible that they're not going to have them like kill the Freys and just have them kill Lannisters. We'll see.
No doubt. What up, Sir Hunt's Reviews? And what up to who is this? What M8? These people? I don't know what M8 is. I don't know. I can't see that. People in here. Yeah, but that's what I would have to think.
Okay, so next we have Arya makes a plan. What do you think, Tony?
I think that we're gonna get this battle may go for a couple of episodes. I think she may not kill the waif in one episode. It may go for 2 episodes. I think her plan is going to be probably to sit in total darkness and hopefully set some booby trap for this chick. As I said before, I think that Arya has the skill to defeat the waif. She's a water dancer, which is the samurai, compared to compared to the ninja, which is the faceless man, which is the natural. So I think that she'll be able to do it. But that would be hopefully. I would love to see her walk into a cat in total darkness and be able to see through the cat's eyes and take her out. That would be beautiful. But I have given up a hope that would happen.
I think the waif is going to see right through it, even if she is all in the dark. I think Arya is going to get away. I don't know if Jaqen is going to help her, but I think she is going to plot on sneaking into a ship. But she's going to need to pay for that ship, so she's going to need some money. So maybe that's the plan.
Do you think she's gonna go join those people? Well, it seems like she ain't. It seems like she's sitting there waiting to fight. And we know we've seen that one scene where it looked like Arya's hand, and she touches the wall, and there's blood coming off it, and it leaves that bloody hand print there.
Yeah.
So she's gonna take a lot of bruises. So she may take a loss in this one real quick, and then just be able to escape. And she may get her ass kicked right off the bat and just escape this one. And then the next episode after that, I think she may be able to get the upper hand and win it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but in any case, do you agree that she will go to Westeros? At least want to go to Westeros?
Oh yeah, she's trying to get home, and she will get home eventually, sooner than later. But it's definitely maybe the Mummers group is heading to Westeros. Maybe she'll jump on with them or something. You know, they could. Well, I don't. Could they have? See, it's just I gotta look. Could they have her stop at the Citadel and run into Sam? Could they put her meeting Sam? Or are they just not even gonna do it?
Yeah, I mean they could, but it's a really silly way to go about it, like geographically.
Yeah, I throw all that out the window with these show writers. I don't even look at the map at all. No more. You know, I don't. I throw it all out the window with these guys. Yeah, everything is right next door to them. It's kind of.
But why do you think that they will meet, Arya and Sam?
I just don't. Yeah, because the reason why she had to kill the dude, you know what I mean, the deserter and everything else. That's what happens. Would she be there to save Sam, or Sam is about to get assassinated by the? Because we know the faceless man is there, right? So could there be a faceless man there, and Arya is the one who sees through the disguise and saves Sam's life, or something like that? You know, it could be that if they go that route with a faceless man being there with Sam. Don't know if they're gonna do it. Looks like they don't see it like it's going that route, which is unfortunate. But it could. That would be a reason why I could see it. I mean, a better reason would have been her getting sent there on a mission. You know, it could still go that way. It could go. She could kill the waif, and then Jaqen can say, "Hey, you killed the waif. You did the job. Her face is on the wall. Now do this mission. Go to Old Town and get this book for me, or something like that." You know what I mean? Or he could say it could go either way, you know. But I definitely think that the waif. I don't think she's gonna be hunted for the rest of her life, Arya. She's definitely getting. This is over. When this is over, they're gonna let her go. I think
that at least on the show, if she's ever going to Westeros, then you know what I'm thinking. If she hears of somebody going to Westeros, maybe that theater troupe are going to play for a wedding. Or she hears about the Frey wedding at some point, and she's like, I'm going to go to Westeros, and I'm going to kill that bastard. I think that's like the only thing that's on her mind.
You think that she's going to, you think that she kills, if she kills the Frey, we don't get the Frey pie then, all right?
I don't think we'll get the Frey pie on the show, but like, I think I'm talking about Walder Frey, like the father, not about the little Freys in the pie.
Because we've seen the scene earlier this episode. I mean, in the trailer of them sitting with the Lannisters, right?
Yeah,
dining
I think it's at the Riverlands.
And I think that's when he died. If he's gonna die, I think he dies in that scenario right there, in a massacre. I think, or at least he's gonna witness the massacre, and he may be the last one alive. And then the people walk over to him through the bodies and grab his ass up. You know what I mean? but I think he's gonna have to witness his family getting slaughtered before his eyes. I think he's he's got to see that, and then then maybe then if it was Arya that she would stab him, but I think most likely it could be Stoneheart or Thoros or Mia to grab him up right then and hang his ass.
Okay.
I would say
it's interesting if we'll see Thoros again.
Hiking through with Stephanie says hi to you. I know you're not looking at the chat, but hiking through with Steffi says hi, Bar.
Oh, hi, Steffi. Okay, so the last thing we have is the North is reminded. The North remembers Lady Stark.
Yeah, so we see this is an interesting thing in this trailer when you see because in this preview, because you see Sansa say something like, I'm a Stark, I'm gonna be a Stark, and then you see her with a letter and she's got a big ass red seal on it. And now this seal's come into play. People are telling me that maybe it was Sansa that sent that letter to the wall all along, and that's why she was willing to read it so loudly to Jon to get Jon to want to fight. And then we see her in this trailer. It looks like almost the same exact red seal, and she's writing another letter.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to take another look at that because there are a lot of red seals, or pink seals. I don't know. But in any case, she's going to House Glava, and they're going to try to get their support. I think they're also going to go to House Mormont in this episode. We're probably going to get that quote from Mormont, whichever one they choose to give that sentence to. Maybe we'll have Lyanna Mormont, I don't know. But yeah, I think that is all we have for the synopsis. Do you have any other thoughts on the episode?
Yeah, it looked like Sansa real quick when she was in a talking to the Glover guy. It looks like she's willing to, the way he's approaching, the way she's looking at, she looked a little nervous, but it looks like she's willing to I don't want to say prostitute herself, but put forth the intention of, listen, I'll marry you if you support me. That's what it looked like was going on there. I don't think that she would, but I think that's what the way he was approaching her, like that's what she's putting up to get these people support. She's putting up her body.
Do you think she would do that?
I think that she would let people think so, that they can have it. And she says, listen, I think if Cersei in her, then people think. And I think that right now, I think if she's got to sleep with that guy at this point right now to get his support, I think she will. I think she'll do it. I think that I think that's what she should do. Yeah, she's learned from Littlefinger and Cersei. If you put both of them combined, I think that it may go down like that, And the way he's approaching her, and the way she's looking, and what she says in that thing, she's like, I'm a Stark, and I'll do what I got to do. And I think that's what she's willing to do.
I don't know. I need to think about that one.
No, it could be. It could be. So, I mean, just look at that trailer. If you look at the trailer, look at the way that guy's looking at her, look at the way she is, and listen to the words she says. I'm telling you, it looks like.
I definitely need to watch that and do some analysis towards the upcoming prediction video. Yeah, I'm waiting for the next batch of photos, and then I'll get it out.
Perfect. So look forward to Bar's new prediction video. It's soon to drop. As soon as these new pictures, hurry up, HBO. What are you waiting for? Need this video already. Jesus Christ. So you want to take a question real quick from the audience?
Sure.
All right. So if you have a question you want to ask one, put it in there. I've seen one before. I'm going to scroll up and see if I can grab that one real quick while I'll put new ones up there. Do you think Cersei will burn King's Landing this season?
I mean, she did burn the Tower of the Hand, but I don't think that's the wildfire explosion that we've seen. She might burn the tower, yes. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Cersei's burning. Either Cersei burn it down, or Jaime's gonna kill her before she can get it done, or the dragons themselves may just come in and accidentally catch fire to all the wildfire and burn everything down. And the dragons can get killed in a Summerhall type situation when they do it. Like in Valyria, it got so hot the dragons died too. I think that could happen right then. I think we may lose a couple of dragons right off the bat when that wildfire goes up. If the dragons set it off, I think you may lose a couple right then. Boom, gone.
But what about this season? Do you think we'll have a fire in King's Landing?
No.
Okay.
No fire in King's Landing this year. Well, all right. So in the House of the Undying, we do see Dany. She gets there to the Iron Throne, and it looks like it's snow dropping, but now it could be ashes. If that is her, like as soon as she arrives, the shit's already burnt down, then Cersei did it. Then yes. So it all comes down to that. I don't think so. I'm gonna say with the I'm gonna go with the dragons take down after. So no. At all. To my question, do you think Tommen is doing what Cersei told him to do by joining the Faith? Do you think it's Tommen playing? If it's anyone playing the con, to me, it's Tommen. That's what I would say. What do you think, Bob?
I think Tommen did what he thought could get his wife out and not have anybody killed. I think that Tommen, despite being a bit of a pussy, he is way more level-headed than Joffrey, and Joffrey would have had so much violence in the streets, and Tommen tries to avoid it. And I gotta give him props for that, but I don't think that Cersei knew about it. I think that it's not for real, just like with Marjorie, but if that's what it takes to get her out, then good.
Nice. Let's see. Do you think we'll see Harrenhal again?
Probably not in a while.
I don't know any reason for that. I mean, only thing Harrenhal has significance is if everyone who owns Harrenhal dies. So that's what you should. I think you should.
Because it is the seat of kings and queens, and if somebody isn't one and they sit there, they die. But if it will be the seat of kings, then somebody can actually go there, and it goes back to Sansa and Catelyn's mother being a Went, Minister Went, who were the lords of Harrenhal, so it connects. I'm not going to be surprised if Sansa ends up in Harrenhal.
In the end, it could be. I think you'd have to totally wipe out King's Landing. If you wipe out King's Landing and make the new capital Harrenhal, it could go. But you'd have to really wipe out King's Landing. And that's the only way I could see it. If it gets destroyed by wildfire and then people go there and move to Harrenhal, I could see it definitely then going.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Bran will see Theon in his visions?
No. How about you?
I don't think so either. I'm going to ask you, this is my question to ask you. With the fact that they're showing a lot of Jaime Lannister in these visions that we're seeing from Bran, do you think this leads any credence that Jaime and Cersei are the Mad King's children?
Look, I will say this again. I made a video about this like a million years ago. You can search my videos for theory debunked by the world of Ice and Fire, ? Now, what has been debunked by the world of Ice and Fire is one thing, that Jaime and Cersei were not conceived in the wedding of Joanna and Tywin. Aerys didn't rape her there, but he obviously did some things that made his wife, Rhaella, kick Joanna out of her service. She was jealous of the way that he treated her, and I think they had a thing. Now, one thing that you have to keep in mind is that Tywin wasn't in Casterly Rock when Jaime and Cersei were conceived. He was in King's Landing. He only got to have sex with his wife when Joanna went to King's Landing, and she could have had sex with Aerys anyways at that time. So the only thing that the world of Ice and Fire has debunked is that the conception was at the wedding. It didn't debunk the fact that Aerys and Joanna had more than one opportunity to hook up. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Perfect. And if you want any more feelings on Bar's thoughts than that, go to the video search. She's
Yeah, I
got the
bring
video.
quotes and everything.
So more in-depth analysis to that question is there. People are asking, who is the Valancourt and what important is it to the story, in your opinion?
I have
They
a
even go.
video. I keep saying today I have a video about that. Okay, so I'll reveal the big spoiler. For me, it's Edmure. I bring quotes that parallel a certain sentence to the Frog Prophecy. So check that out. And I think we got a bit of Edmure in the last episode. We'll see how that goes. Who do you think it is, Tony? You think it's Jaime?
I think I may have a video. I don't know if I do have a Valancourt video. I don't know if I ever got around to doing one of those. There's so many out there. That's a very interesting point that you put out there. I don't know if they're even going to go with it in the show. I don't know if they if they're going with that prophecy in the show at all. I thought that if it was going to be anyone, it would be. I think I said that Arya would be a faceless change. And she would do it as a faceless person, and she would be the one to do it. That would be my thing. That's what I always thought it would be. It was Arya as a faceless man. First, I had her as a faceless man as Stannis doing it. Then I had her as a faceless man as Jaime doing it. But I have it. I don't know what face it's gonna be, but I'm gonna go with Arya. Is the one who gets her out of there when it's all said and done. I think she's gonna strangle her to death and then pull her face off and reveal it was her. That way, it helps the prophecy and then it debunks it too at the same time. You know what I mean? You get it and then you don't get it. So that's why I always went with that. So that's who I think the Valancourt. But I've never heard. I got to go back and watch that video. That's a very, very, very good. I hear a lot of things. We want this is the last one we're taking this question right here?
Yeah, let's take another one.
All right. It says, what will happen in Marine? We have still to see the Sons of the Harpies attack from the scene of the clip, plus we have the wind blowing through the building.
All I keep thinking about is Sons of the Tarpies. That would be so much better than the Sons of the Harpies. I'm just imagining that. What happens in Marine? We should see more of the Red Priestess, maybe preaching in the streets. We need to see Dany coming into Marine. How is she going to react to what Tyrion did? How is she going to react to her dragons being released? And perhaps we'll have a Dario revelation, because there are too many questions about him, and there are a lot of revelations this season.
Mm-hmm. It's so different than the books. I mean, we got this huge battle building up outside while Dany's not even there, and we have nothing like this so far in the show. I don't think we're gonna get this battle of a Marine out there at all. I don't think we get that in the show. I think the only big battle we're gonna get is the Battle of the Bastards. I think that's what it's gonna be. So it's really hard for me to say where she goes now. Is Dario, is he I guess that's the biggest key. Is this guy the Harpy? Is he going to grab her up and pull her away and kidnap her too and hold her hostage? And I hope not. Please don't slow this shit down. I think the only thing we're going to get basically is the arrival of Theon and his sister and how that is going to go, how that is going to play out, because I don't think Tyrion is going to trust Theon whatsoever. I think Tyrion, yeah.
You think they're going to make it that this season?
We think. Well, you see her when they go to Valencia, where she's making out with that chick, right?
Yeah, it's not so far if they made it all the way to Valencia.
They make it there. I think they could. I don't think they're gonna die there. I think it's a hop, skip, and a jump. I think that'll be the first stop. They'll pick up some ships there, and then they'll go there. So I think they got to get there, but I just don't. I don't see how Tyrion's going to tell Dany to trust Theon Greyjoy. I can't see him saying that to her. Or Varys or any one of her advisors saying, yeah, take the help from Theon Greyjoy.
I wanted to say about Dario. I don't know what's up with him. In the books, I find him really untrustworthy and just very shady. Whereas on the show, I've seen how he looked at her when she gave her speech. He's like, that's my girl. He was like really proud and happy for her. If he was trying to stop her, I don't think he would be that pleased with her getting a dragon. So I really don't know his motivations, and it's really a dissonance between the show and the books about how I feel about him. What are your feelings about him?
I'm sorry, I was in the chat for a second. These people got me distracted.
See, you can't multitask either.
They did. I'm trying to find questions, and it's
That's
going up.
what happens.
They're going up and they're going up. My head's going up with them too, and I'm trying to listen to you. I got the earplug, and I'm looking at this, and I'm like, when I read this stuff, I read it in my head. I like hear it in my head when I read it. So when I hear you and I'm hearing this, it's like two different things going on at the same exact time.
By the way, if you want to speed up your reading, stop reading things aloud. Just, you don't need that narrator in your head. Just try to understand the words instead of like having a narration. It makes it so much faster.
I will give that a shot. Now, Elisa Kingston says she's got a weird theory on Dario now. It is definitely pure tinfoil, but I'm rethinking some things and putting him in line with Quaithe. Dario is in line with Quaithe. She's thinking maybe it's possible that they're all in line with. I think Quaithe is a Sir Dane in the books. I do have a thing here from King Radnar. He keeps asking this. I want to answer this from where he's saying who's in control of the Stormlands. It's hard to say in the show right now. They don't have Edric Storm would be in the books, I would think, but it's not him in the books. He would definitely be in control. Be the he's bastard. He would definitely be. Shireen's still alive. Stannis, they're all gonna die. Storm's End gets taken. So it's basically the Blackfires. It's hard to say in the show who they would have it. I would just say they would probably say Stannis loyalists. That's how they would put it in the show. I don't think they would say a specific person.
I don't even remember the name of Storm's End.
No, but I think in the books, right, if you go through the books and stuff, like even in the books, when you see it, they say Stannis supporters have Storm's End. You know, they have a couple of that. I don't want to spoil stuff for people who haven't read the chapter, the Arya chapter. I'm not going to say everything about it and stuff like that. But
yeah, I'm going to go with my theme today and say that I have a video about that.
Yes.
I have a narration video, so you can check that out if you don't want to read it.
Yeah, you don't want to read it. Listen to Bar narrate it for you. Enjoy your food. It's easy to get some workout done or do something while Bar reads you the chapter. That's what I do with audiobooks. I work out and eat or do whatever I want to do while I'm. So I like to listen to when I'm doing that.
Nice.
So that's what y'all should do. Support the cause and stuff. No one knows where Gendry is. Shannon Nichols. We'll take one last question. I know Bar has to leave, so we'll take a question. I'll try to find a good one. Here. All right. I'm gonna take this question. Bar, we're going to try not to spoil anything for anyone, but please give any thoughts on the new Aeron chapter if you have read it. A ballpark, not without spoiling stuff in it for people. Any thoughts on
it? We get to find out a little bit more about Euron and how he feels about a certain type of people and what he wants to do with them. And he's a real badass. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, I'm gonna say hit the thumbs up button if you like this, what we're doing, number one. But about that chapter, I will say that it is clear from this chapter that a lot of the unsolved prophecies will be solved in this book. And it is clear to me that the person playing Euron in this show cannot play Euron in the books. That it's a totally different Euron than the guy playing him. He can't. It's not the same guy. It wouldn't work with this guy. No. So there's no way that this guy could pull off what Euron is doing. It wouldn't be convincing. I can't not see that shit whatsoever. You know what I mean? Going down like that. So
I have to agree. I wasn't like that problematic about the casting until I read this chapter and I realized that this is not the character.
Not at all. I'm gonna get on there. I'm definitely gonna do a video on this chapter. I'll see if I can grab up a couple of people and get a round table on it. If not, then I'll do it myself. But yeah, well, I'll see what I can do. But definitely want to get something done on this chapter. I don't know if we do it before the season's out. I really want to just concentrate on the season stuff and then get all that stuff done after the season's over. So next week we will be back again. And thank you for everyone who has joined us. Thank you for everyone who has thumbs up us. Thank you for all the people in the chat. We'll be back next week again on Bar's channel. And I'm telling you, I think that this is going to be the greatest episode of the season coming up right now. Don't forget to watch me on the pregame show, 6 o'clock Sunday Eastern Time PM on my channel, where I will have various guests and we will talk about everything. And yes, Euron, they should have went all the way with him. They should have got an eye patch. They should have put a parrot on his goddamn shoulder. They should have put a peg leg on that motherfucker. If they're gonna do a pirate, go all the way with it.
That bothered the most. Like, what about Blue Lips and his whole nutty behavior? He just seems like a regular guy.
He's a real guy.
Bloodraven. But Bloodraven acted like Bloodraven, and Euron doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, put the blue. It's not. Listen, you can. I got a pack of now and laters right here that'll turn your whole mouth blue, green, purple, whatever you want. It's not like it costs a lot of money. You could have just did that. Give me a little George the Animal Steel in the tongue and just make it blue and just have him do that. Just so I have something for it. You know what I mean? That's all I ask for. Give me something like that, people. You know what I mean? So let me move over here away from the chat so I can get to this screen over here. So any last words, Bar, before you go? Not last words. Sounds so crazy. Any last words, Bar?
You can find me on BarTube, 2 words, and prediction video coming up and reaction video coming up. And maybe when the season is done, we'll get to do an Arya full analysis.
Yes, indeed. So if you like the way we do this, please thumbs up this. Please spread this across the realm. Please go on Bar's channel and mine and subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.